Ah. Mm-hmm. Nuh-uh. These are all sorts of sounds that you need if you want to start sounding natural in American English because when we talk, it's not always about words. It's not always about sentences. Sometimes what we do in any language is we just make noises that convey emotion and meaning to our listeners. So today I'm going to show you what some of the most common little sounds are that you're going to hear very often in North America. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys. Welcome to your daily American English pronunciation show. Wake up, American. We're here Monday through Friday, right around 8 a.m. New York, which we'll talk about in a moment, to make sure that you can get in your 5 to 10 minutes of daily pronunciation practice in, because that's what it takes. If you are serious about pronunciation, or you tell yourself that you're serious about pronunciation, but then maybe over the weekend you didn't get to speak English much or practice English much, maybe because you weren't working, or maybe you didn't have access to your community. Maybe you don't have a community of English speakers to talk with and speak with. We need to find ways to keep practicing, though. So that's why we're here every single day, Monday through Friday, to guide you in this process. There's me. Hello, my name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath. That's one of the four keys to a natural sound, including placement, pitch, breath, and trying to weaken your consonant sounds to strengthen your vowel sounds. We're early because, well, the U.S. just had its time change. Milad's here. What's up, Milad? Okay, so we went an hour ahead. So for those of you watching who are in our groups like Telegram, and well, Telegram doesn't affect you too much, but if you're in our Mission English group, everything's going to be pushed up an hour your time most likely. So just watch out. Hello also to Emmanuel. People are still finding us, which is great. Good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone. I like that. Good morning to everyone. Okay. All right, so let's get into our talk on sounds because when you interact with Americans, you're going to hear at least some of these, I promise you. Okay. And each one of these words is used to convey different emotions in addition to just being sounds. A lot of these are really just vowel sounds or just consonant sounds, and that's it. Okay, these are not entire words, but these are things that if you start using them can really, really, really help you sound more natural. Okay. Our first one here, if something catches you like off guard or surprises you, you're like, what? What? Or actually, another similar one to that, you might even see this written in books as like HUH, which is like, huh? Huh? So that again implies surprise, that you weren't expecting something or something's a little strange, like, huh? Huh? Hello also to H. Gorgops. Thanks for stopping by again. Okay. Or if something surprises you, but like maybe, for instance, there is a solution that you weren't expecting to a problem. Well, in that case, you might use this same sound but pronounce it a little differently, like huh, huh, like that's strange, huh. Like it doesn't bother you. Whereas if you're like huh, that shows a lot more confusion. Whereas huh, it's more like that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but it's interesting. So just kind of watching out for tones. So again, huh? Like that's like something catches you off guard, really surprises you, and now you have lots of questions. Whereas like, huh, well that's more like something interests you. You weren't expecting it, but it interests you. Just a note, little nuances. Think in your first language. What sound do you make when you hurt yourself? The sound we're gonna make, North America, is typically ow, ow, or a similar word to that as well. Hello to Emmanuel. Glad you could stop by. Another word besides ow that you could use is also just ouch, ouch. So you can say ow or you can say ouch. I remember reading a story. There was a at least she was biracial. It's like um, half Taiwanese, but grew up mostly speaking English and then learned Mandarin later in life. And then she went to Taiwan and she had like a pretty good accent and stuff. But once she went to the doctor's office and the doctor knew that she was American, and she was like, "How did you know I was American?" And the doctor was like, "Because when I gave you the shot or the injection or whatever, she said ow." Whereas in Taiwan was like I. Like different languages have different expressions for pain, right? So using ow is what we use in the U.S., but not elsewhere. Yes, the daylight savings time has bitten us. We're back with our weird times. Our next one is the sound A. A. So that means like if something like someone gives you like you hear some good news, like someone got like a promotion at work, maybe got like a book published or something, and you want to show that you're excited for them. What you can do is be like, "Hey, hey," just like that. So it shows like just like positive energy, positive feedback. Okay, so that's what that A is for. Um, our next one is ooh, ooh. This one, there's a couple different ways you can actually pronounce this with slightly different meanings. Like if you want to make something sound, like if your friend tells you, "Oh, we went to a restaurant last night," you'd be like, "Ooh," or like you went on a date last night, like "Ooh," like fancy, or "Ooh," like exciting news for you. Like I want to hear more about it. This is different from the usual. Okay, so it makes something sound like fancy, exciting, um, maybe even a little sexy, depending on the context. A lot of times it's more joking, like said among friends, like "ooh," or you can use it sarcastically too. Like last night, all I did was go to bed because I was tired because of daylight savings time. But if I tell that to my friend, they might be like, "Ooh, you're a partier, aren't you?" or something like that. So very joking, informal. Next, if you're scared, something shocks you. You're like you expected this stream to be an hour later, and you're surprised. Like, ah, ah. So people say when they're scared or terrified, typically at a higher pitch. It's like ah. Hopefully it didn't just like destroy your speakers. So that's to show that you're afraid or scared. The next one. This is used if you're eating and something tastes really, really good. Imagine something your mom makes if your mom's a good cook. Imagine something your grandma makes if your grandma's a good cook and your mom's not, or your dad or whoever is a good cook, whatever they serve you, and you want to show that it tastes good. You say, mmm, mmm, just that M sound. What I would say, be careful with the placement here. We're not up here. It's not mmm. It's a low placement. Mmm, mmm. In fact, there's a soup company in the U.S. called Campbell's. They make soups, canned soups, and their slogan, I don't know if it still is, but it used to be like good, good. Wrapping up, getting to the end here. Our next one, if you want to say that something is not true, not just saying like no. A lot of times you hear this more with kids, but you can use it as an adult too. Like nuh-uh, nuh-uh, nuh-uh. That means like no, not true. Like I saw you like leave the house at 8:30 yesterday, and you said you weren't going to leave until 9. You can say nuh-uh, that's not true. Nuh-uh, nuh-uh. Okay, so that's the negative form. Nuh-uh. What's the positive form? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You hear a lot during conversations. If someone is talking, maybe you have that one friend that talks a lot and you don't get to talk much when they're speaking. So what do people do to show that they're still engaging with them and still like present on the line even though they're not able to say anything? What they can do is say uh-huh, uh-huh. And uh-huh is also used as a positive. It's also used similarly to yes. When you hear it's usually a positive expression. So uh-huh. Okay, so nuh-uh is the negative. Uh-huh is the positive. Similar to uh-huh is another positive, which is mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So again, uh-huh and mm-hmm. Very these are like synonym sounds. Again, positive, okay, showing agreement or showing like yes. It's like mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, we are going to run through these things in a moment, but maybe you're like, I want to practice these sounds because these sounds are actually pretty important, which I definitely think they are because people use them every single day, very high frequency. And you're like, I want to practice this, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing them right. Well, what I encourage you to do is check out, we have a group on Telegram. In our Telegram group every single day, including the weekend, which, by the way, is super important because, again, there are no days off. You take a day off of pronunciation, it slows you down. So we're trying to work on consistency. So if you're working on your consistency, that's what our Telegram group is for, because we meet every single day. It's asynchronous. You send in messages when you can. We give you feedback within 24 hours. We also give you daily challenges, so that way you can continue practicing every day, like new words, new situations, new phrases. And we let you know, like, hey, your placement's high. Hey, your pitch is high. Things like that. Hey, we need to not confuse vowel sounds. We need to put our tongue in a different position. All this sort of feedback we can give you in our Telegram group. If that sounds like something you're interested in, you want to get pronunciation guidance from me every single day, this is how you do it. fluentamerican.com/Telegram. All right, guys, that's what I have for you for right now. If you have any questions about any of these sounds, you can send me a message. You can find us at fluentamerican.com. It's evening over where Gansham is. Good evening to you. Thanks for being with us. I hope you guys have a good day. Have a good night. Good afternoon. Once more, we'll be back tomorrow with more Wake Up American. I'll see you all later. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good afternoon.